I'm sorry, but I will never understand why people choose not to have kids, especially like married couples who are able to and they spend a 13-hour day with me as a mom of two working from home. It's mentally stressful and I want to kind of sometimes, just end it all at the end of the day. But
She said, what other things do you want to do in this life that is greater than having a child? She said she does not understand why married people are choosing not to have children, especially the ones that can have children, but they are choosing not to have children. She doesn't understand because kids are the greatest thing in this world. She's kind of like advertising motherhood. But if you go to her page on TikTok, if you're actually aspiring to be a mom, you will go and get a birth control immediately. You guys, let me show you all this video, then I'll see you at the end of the reaction video.
I will never understand why people choose not to have kids, especially like married couples who are able to and they choose not to. Like, how can you not want a child? Maybe they don't understand because they don't have one. I feel like having kids and being a parent is one of those things you don't know until you're actually one. It actually bothers me when there's couples like, oh, we're not having kids, or not right now. We're gonna do this instead of have kids, and it's like, what the else are you doing with your life? Unless you're on the road to cure cancer, what else are you doing that is that much more important than bringing children, starting a family, and having children? Money will always come. Your career will always be there. But if you got a basic-ass job and a basic-ass life, just have the freaking kids. There's nothing more important.
You've heard it here first, guys. Unless you're popping out kids or curing cancer, your life is completely meaningless and you might as well top yourself tomorrow. I just feel like if you were so fulfilled and happy with your life choices, you wouldn't feel the need to make a video like this. It's given. Focus on your own, Fanny. I'm sorry, I just hate this whole, what else are you doing if you're not having kids? Just say that you're boring. It just makes people sound really insecure and like they just had kids to fill the gap. And I'm not saying that's what they did do, but that's what it sounds like. It sounds like they're projecting how they would feel if they never had kids because they cannot comprehend a life for themselves because they're not living like that anymore, And it doesn't have to be a bad thing. It can be a beautiful thing. It's a selfish choice to have kids, but it's a selfless one to raise them. And I think that's where a lot of people are getting confused. And I don't want to nitpick at our words too much here, but this whole, oh, money comes and goes, just have the kid anyway, lol. Do you know what babies are? You know what they need? They're expensive. They're expensive, and we should not be encouraging people to just pop them out without thinking of the financial backing they're going to need to raise them. You don't need to be rich, you don't need to be absolutely rolling in it, but you do need to have a little something something. I just think these videos do nothing but trivialise parenthood, and it means in hindsight people are not going to take their struggles seriously, and who's that benefiting? Being a parent is one of the most difficult jobs you could choose to do in life, which is why a lot of people are choosing not to do it, and why that would bother anybody else, I really don't understand. It's not the default setting of being an adult anymore, and the sooner we'll all accept that, I think the happier we'll be.
It's like, oh, we're not having kids, or not right now. We're gonna do this instead of have kids. And it's like, what else are you doing with your life?
Completely irrational thinking because you can't imagine how anyone could not want children because you're passionate about it. You could plug in pretty much any subject and say the same thing. Someone who's an artist could absolutely say, how could you want to do anything else other than art? There's nothing more important in the world than creating art. It's the reason why we are here. How could you possibly not want to be a doctor? We literally save lives. There's nothing more important on this earth than saving lives. It's just because it's your area of deep interest that you think it's the most important thing in the world. I get it. But I don't know if you know this. People are different. People have different desires. And that's a good thing. If everybody wanted to have children as much as you want to have children, the earth would explode, ma'am. Do you want the earth to explode? It's also wild to me in this video, she says that your career will always be there. What?
I'm sorry, but I will never understand why people choose not to have kids. Is how can you not want a child? Having kids will be the best freaking thing you could do in life.
Yes, if you want them.
It actually bothers me when there's couples like, oh, we're not having kids, or not right now. We're gonna do this instead of have kids. And it's like, what the are you doing with your life?
It bothers you? Judging by your own TikToks about motherhood, which we'll visit in a second, you don't have the time or capacity to be bothered by someone else's life choices.
Your career will always be there.
I think if you talk to other moms, especially those who were stay-at-home moms for a couple of years, you'll find that their careers were actually not there once their kids reached school age, and they had to start all over. And some careers just don't allow you to do that, and you have to choose something else.
What else are you doing that is that much more important than bringing children, starting a family, and having children?
Staying alive, because I truly believe that I would take my own life if I were forced to be a parent. I could not take the overstimulation. But now let's visit her own TikToks about parenting.
Just have the child, have the children. You will not regret it.
Except she herself said you could regret having kids right here.
Is having kids worth it? At the end of the day, goddamn, it's a hard question. If I were to have one of those kids, something come wrong with them, I know it's so bad to say, it's so bad to say, I don't think having kids would be worth it.
She also said in another video that it was unfortunate that certain people were born.
Do you forget you were once a baby? You were once a kid? Someone said, I want to have a kid and had your ass? Yeah, unfortunately.
Then we have this rant that does not sell momming very well.
I've been a mom now for 6 years, okay? It's the most fucked up thing ever. Like, I'm trying to even put it to a word. Almost like dehumanizing job. Not even job, dehumanizing experience. It is so unrewarding, too. No one cares. I try so hard to find time to do stuff for me. I literally can't even, like, fall back on my husband and their dad. I can't. The shit wears you down. It wears you down because you look at yourself and you're like, who the f am I? Like, constantly a mess. I'm constantly a mess. Like, there's literally no time, not even 5 minutes to just set aside to be like, let's take care of me. It's a shit show.
And not showing momming in a great light are these other TikToks. In the first video we covered, she assures us that traveling with kids can still happen, but she doesn't look too thrilled to be doing that. Then we have the glory of a child-free day, which is just child-free people's everyday. Another one where she celebrates not having her kids around. When you just finish a 13-hour solo parenting day and realize you have to wake up and do it all again tomorrow. Help. And finally, this glowing example of how wonderful motherhood is.
Spend a 13-hour day with me as a mom of two working from home. It's mentally stressful and I want to kind of sometimes, just end it all at the end of the day.
I'm sorry, but I will never understand why people choose not to have kids, especially like married couples.
And this is exactly the shit that child-free people talk about. Like, why? Why are you so bothered what someone else chooses to do with their life? You are never going to be able to convince me that it is wrong to bring a child into this world just for them to start working in their 20s and work for the rest of their life. I'm sorry, but if I'm not a multi-millionaire where my child gets to grow up and do whatever they want and actually live a good life, it's cruel. I don't care. You will never be able to convince me otherwise. It is cruel to bring children into this world just so they can end up growing up and having to work. Okay, if you're not financially free, why are you having children? Oh, it probably doesn't feel good to get judged for your decisions, does it? No, but like seriously, why do you care so much what other people choose to do with their lives? Like this whole you never understand is just absolute bullshit. You could say that about anything. You could say that about traveling. There are people who don't like to travel, and then there's people who love traveling, and they're like, can't understand how people don't like to travel. But you know what? Who cares? Because you're here to live your life, not judge other people for how they choose to live theirs. Like, seriously, if it bothers you this much that people choose not to have children, go to therapy. Do some self-evaluation. Sit there and think a little bit more. And honestly, just get off your high horse. Okay? You're not more superior than other people just because you have a child. Not to mention that there are millions of children right now without a home, that are starving, that need a home. Why would you bring more children into that? Why? That just sounds selfish to me. And literally, even one of her comments responding to someone was like, oh, you're going to be old and alone then. So you only have children so you're not alone when you're older? That's really bad. And I feel sorry for your children.
Sorry. Have the child. Money will always come. Your career will always be there. But if you got a basic ass job and a basic ass life, just have the freaking kids. There's nothing more important.
No, there's nothing more important to you. I don't know why this is so difficult for parents to understand. She starts off really awful by saying, I just don't understand how people could not want children. First off, have you seen the state of world affairs right now? But even putting all of that aside, some people want things that are different than you. Some people have different life plans than you, and that's okay. If what you want most is to have children, have a family, I want that for you. I'm so excited for you. It just never feels like that energy is reciprocated. You say you want children and we're all expected to be like, oh my gosh, yes, that's so amazing, we're so happy for you. But when we say we don't want children and we would instead prefer to use our time, energy, and money doing different things, we are automatically looked down upon by people like you. Also, the advice that money will come is really stupid. Unless you are personally planning to take care of that child until they are 18.
I'm sorry, but I will never understand why people choose not to have kids, especially like married couples who are able to, and they
spend a 13-hour day with me as a mom of two working from home. It's mentally stressful, and I want to kind of sometimes, just end it all at the end of the day. But I don't think my kids like me.
Juju, and a good lotion, baby.
Here, come. Okay, these are okay, come.
Don't look over at us. That is part of the reason why we don't want to have kids. They are overwhelming, they're overstimulating, they're loud. Like, we just don't want to do it. Like, girl, you said so yourself that after a long day that there are some days you just want to end it all. You said that you think your kids don't like you. I'm sorry, but you're not making parenthood look appealing. Honestly, parents, your content is quite literally the best birth control. I'm sure you love the life that you've chosen for yourself, but again, you're not making that shit look appealing. Like, why would I want that? Why would I want chaos and loud all the time? Why would I want to go on a vacation and deal with children throwing tantrums? I was invited to go on vacation last year with my sister and my niece, and I was like, ooh, I love you so much, but no, you guys go have fun though. And then me and my other sister, who doesn't have kids, we went to an all-inclusive adults-only resort. Now, did we have fun at the all-inclusive adults-only resort? Yes, absolutely. Did my sister have fun on vacation with, her husband and my niece and my nephew and whatever? Yes, they did. But they also had to deal with tantrums, kids getting sick, throwing up, diapers. That does not sound appealing to me. So instead of worrying about what child-free married couples are doing, just worry about yourself, worry about your kids. Like, why are you so concerned with what we're doing with our lives? Married couples choosing to not have children does not affect you at all in any way, shape, or form. You say you can't understand how married couples are choosing to not have children. Well, I can't understand how you're so concerned about other people's lives.
I feel like she actually wants to be child free. I feel like she's giving mothers that want to bring you into that space that they are in. They don't like where they are, but they want to recruit a lot of women so that they'll be like, that is how we roll. This is what we are facing here. I feel like she, is giving, I am miserable. I'm missing you living your life. I'm pissed off. Why can't you come and meet me where I am? That is what it's giving, because apparently you're not even enjoying this motherhood that you are coming online to tell us that it is stressful. You're coming online to tell us that you're going through a lot, your kids don't like you, or you want to end your life, you need a space, you need this, you need that, and you're also telling us, you're also advertising motherhood. What are you advertising? Because your vlogs clearly shows how in short, your vlog is actually explaining the reason why people are choosing not to have children. That's exactly why people don't want to have children, because it is exhausting. People have other lives. Imagine you every day, 8 hours, every single day, the same routine over and over and over again. Over and over and over again. You say in your video that mothers are not appreciated enough. It is unpaid labor. You're saying everything, and you're still coming online to ask women, child-free women, why they are choosing not to have children. Because it's the greatest thing in this world. It is not. It is the greatest thing in this world for you. It is a blessing for you because you want it, because you have them. Most women don't want. They don't want, and let them live their lives like that. I feel like most women or most mothers that kind of see child-free women enjoying their lives, living the kind of life that they wish that they want, they're the ones that are quick to, talk about you being a mom. Just have one. Even though you don't want to have anyone, just have one. Because why won't you have one? As a woman, you should have a child, right? These are the women that does that. Them themselves, they are not happy where they are. It's not like they don't like their children. It's not like they hate their kids or something. They wish that they can actually switch to your life or switch your lifestyle for like a day or two or even a month, just to have that freedom with no kids. But because they cannot, they want to recruit a lot of women to be in their space. Women, beware. Beware of these mothers that want to, change your mind. If you don't want to have children, stick to it with your full chest. don't have the kids and live your life. I feel like you even advising people that just have it, just have the children, just have them. They're a blessing. To me, it's not an advice. Children are not just toys. These are people that are going to be with you. You're going to be responsible for their lives till you die. So why are you just going to just have them without thinking twice, without wanting them, without even putting things in place before having them, or you just have them just because I'm married? Let me just have kids just because I'm married, or just because I can reproduce. So let me just start giving birth every 9 months. I'm pregnant. If having a child or having children is an achievement for you, so be it. It is not an achievement for every woman. And I feel like every woman should respect every woman's decision. I feel like when you see a woman that said, I do not want to have a child, don't even ask them why. It's their decision. They don't want to have a child. Let it be. You don't need to convince them on why they should have a child. You don't have to. Right? You guys, what's your take on this video? Let me know your thoughts about this video down in the comment section. Respectfully, as always, Sugar Mary Davis, and thank you so much for tuning in today's video. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like and share and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one, guys. Bye.